2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hi, I'm Andy Staples from Andy and Ari on 3, and another five-star quarterback just entered the transfer portal. That's what college football is now, a nonstop adventure, and we cover it every day at Andy and Ari on 3, whether it's the transfer portal, the college football playoff, the coaching carousel, you name it. And guess what? It doesn't stop even when the season ends. So join us every day, Monday through Friday. New episodes drop at 3 p.m. wherever you get your podcasts.
Hello, everybody. This is Derek, and with me today is the only man who can chug bog water, claiming Giardia and dead bugs are nature's superfood, Carl Mandrioli. Season finale. Carl.
Season finale. Welcome to the Backpack Pushers podcast. We are a family-friendly show that is tips and tales with a sense of humor. With me today is Derek Somerville. He's a man that believes Marvel's greatest villain is Thanos, and DC's greatest villain is Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh, my. What? No. You had all year. This is season, what, 8, 9, 11? I don't even know anymore.
You don't even know.
That was the best? You had that? You saved that for the finale?
I like that one. Sorry.
Rotten Tomatoes. Unbelievable.
Do you like DC movies? Like, for real?
I mean, I don't, not compared to Marvel, but there were some that were all right. I like some of them.
Really?
Yeah.
I get about 5, maybe 7 minutes in. I'm like, wow, this is actually unwatchable. And I'm not trying to over or underhype it. Like,
Name the worst DC movie you've seen.
Okay, so my son wanted to watch the latest Superman movie, the one where like he has a dog for some reason. Mm-hmm. And we got a few minutes in, and both my son and I were like, yeah, we can't keep watching this.
Really?
Really? It's just rough.
I didn't mind that movie. I was not a fan of the Flash. The Flash was terrible.
Okay.
It was awful.
Okay.
And they fired him too. So,
well, that's what happens. So anyway, this is talking. So I'm talking about villains because we got a villains episode. So, who is your number one type of trail villain? If you could pick one, Derek.
Ooh. Trail villain.
We've encountered a number over the years. Probably more me than you.
There's so many different trail villains. I'm gonna say people who like don't help out or they leave trash all over. Just kind of like bad etiquette. That's to me like one of the worst types.
Don't help out and leave trash are two different things. So what's worse?
That is true. I guess I guess they don't contribute. Right? Okay. I'd say that's up there.
You've definitely had trips where you were not a big contributor. Maybe
I probably had rougher trips, yeah. But
yeah, I mean, you've had trips where you've contributed a lot, probably more than your fair share.
I like to think those days are in the past. However, I guess I don't know. It's either like they don't contribute or I don't know. That's up there. There's a few. I have a bunch on my list, but I think that's up there because it just sets like a negative tone for the trip. Like here's this guy or girl who just doesn't,
So your number one trail villain is somebody that you might find in your own backpacking group, you're saying?
It's quite possible. It's quite possible. I mean, there are other trail villains that I just didn't name yet that aren't in the group. So what do you got? What about you?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What about you?
I would say my old one, like we did a trail villain episode years ago and had some fun with it. We talked about like having a showdown with him, like let's just solve this problem. And I would say at the time, I think my number one was like people on horseback because of how indignant they were and like how they would get mad at me after they rounded a corner where they wanted me to expect that they were going to come around a blind corner and then, I don't know, bow down to them or something. But
horse people.
But since then, I've actually had a lot of really positive ones, and actually ran into like a horseback rider this past year where he's coming the opposite way. We're going around a loop. He's galloping towards me. He's like, "Hey, you want to race?" He's going to go around his side on his loop with this horse, and I'm going to keep running up the hill on my side. And I was like, "Yeah, I don't think I'm winning that race." But
that's funny.
But to answer your question, I think I'm gonna go with mountain bikers. So I feel comfortable I can answer it that way since I do mountain bike myself.
But isn't this more of like in your neck of the woods though? Like we don't have these people. Well, I guess you could throw them in there. I guess
There's
but
mountain biking everywhere.
I'm thinking when you go
Florida
backpack.
has mountain biking.
Does Nebraska have mountain biking?
Maybe not there.
Okay,
Just kidding. I don't know.
Kansas might.
I've never been to Nebraska.
There's no mountains. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna do Trailville and stuff. We got a couple things coming up too. So we got trivia for sure, but we've been doing the lightning round for a little more than over a year. Derek kind of tuned in on a couple episodes, and then was hyper confused about how the lightning round works and thought it was actually just like another example of like a trivia thing, and so we kind of took that away from him. And so now I just want to put Derek through the lightning round, not only so he understands how it works, but I want to see if he can defeat the best lightning round answerers from the season.
Ooh, probably not.
All right.
Probably not. I'll probably fall on my face, but I'm going to try it.
No, you're competitive, dude. You're going to be good. You're a contender for sure.
All right.
There's that. And then I also, somebody shared with me a story where there's a piece of gear that I've been making fun of for years that caused a serious injury recently. So we'll talk about that too.
Karma. There you go. All right. Let's hear about it later on.
I don't know. It's not karma. Oh my goodness. Everyone, this is Bible verse of the episode. Everyone who is arrogant in heart is an abomination to the Lord. Be assured he will not go unpunished. Derek, is there anything in life that you might sometimes find yourself arrogant about?
The game of Uno. I tend to win a lot, and it's bit me in the butt a few times. No.
Okay. No, I believe it. Do you actually win a lot of Uno?
I mean, maybe. I think it's mainly like you could say competitive things in general. I think I've toned back the arrogance a lot since I was like a teenager. Obviously, I do it mainly for fun now. But I will say, whenever I play ping pong, I get pretty annoying, and I like trash talk. And ping pong has this way of like you get a few points, and then you're just gonna mess up a few points, and it's just like it's so back and forth. So I don't know what it is about ping pong. Mainly everything else, I feel like I'm a lot better, but ping pong, it's a problem.
Yeah.
So
I think if you're really good at ping pong, I think it's fair to puff your chest out and walk around town. Just let people know.
There's a ping pong movie coming out. I think Timothée Chalamet is going to be in this movie. It's about ping pong, and I got really excited. I'm like, this is going to be amazing. But I think he's going to get humbled in the movie.
Is it just like some underdog that always wanted to play ping pong but didn't have the resources, grows up and finally gets a shot, and then he's going to take down the top ping pong champion? He's going to take down Forrest Gump.
It's not Rocky as a ping pong movie. It's I think it's based on a true story actually. I don't know. I'm pretty sure. So, what about you? Is it what do you get cocky about? Like cooking or going to the bathroom quickly, or like what? What do you?
I don't think going to the bathroom quickly.
He's a pretty quick pooper, guys. I will say he's pretty quick.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's like the nicest thing you said on this podcast ever to me. Thank you.
I figured, when you announce it to everybody on the trail, it's you follow through. You follow through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job. Okay, I'll share this. So I don't think I'm arrogant about anything because anytime I start to feel like, hey, I'm getting pretty good at something, like I feel like I get humbled immediately. But I do like to ask creative questions, and I came up with I typically share a list of like outliner questions with our guests ahead of time. And we had John Mackey on a couple weeks ago, and I shared it, but this time I'm not talking to John Mackey through email. I'm talking to like his entourage or whoever his assistants are. Yeah. And so they went through and they like edited my questions, like actual like teacher editing, where they had like the strike through line. Really? They're like, don't ask this, ask it like this. And I thought it was hilarious.
I wish I could get big enough to have editors,
Yeah. So I was like, all right, apparently I'm not good enough to even like come up with my own questions for my own podcast, because now I have some person I've never met who's actually editing my stuff.
Wow, that's crazy.
What's funny about it is a lot of times I'll just give topics and and then when we do like the lightning round, like they have no idea what crazy questions I'm going to ask. And so they're like, just be careful with how you ask this. Yeah. But in reality, I'm about to ask something like way more aggressive. And that's just how it goes.
Did you find yourself deviating from that script, or were you like, I better stick to the script like verbatim now because they're so...
It's not like a script, right? So you have like an outline.
There's suggestions.
If things go different directions, you definitely will, if they're interesting, you want to ask about them. And you never know what they're going to say during the lightning round. So I always try to follow up with some thoughts and questions there. But yeah, there's definitely questions where I'm like, dude, I got to ask this. Like, I got to ask about the backpack and the groceries. So I got to ask about Snickers and things like that.
What did he say about Snickers again? It's been a couple weeks. I don't know. Do you want to remind me? Is Snickers, he viewed it as a what?
You just want me to repeat your victory lap. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I'll wait.
He said, Derek, you know way more about Snickers than Carl does. It's obviously a candy bar, even though he has no idea who you are.
Wow. Embellish, but I'll take it. Embellish, but I'll take it.
Yeah, Derek, you are far superior and smarter than Carl in every way, and I'm highly disappointed you're not part of this interview, and I almost clicked off when I saw it was just Carl. That's what he said.
Well, you tell him I had some editors, and they suggested me, sit this one out. So I appreciate that, John. We'll do lunch.
Yeah, your entourage is like, don't go to this one.
Look, Mac, have your people call my people, or vice versa. We'll figure it out. We can have a candy bar.
That's
Snickers.
one you want to check out. By the way, that was a good conversation.
That was great.
We got a trail villain test. This is kind of an aggressive episode title. You're a trail villain. Pass this test to prove otherwise.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are going to pass this test. I don't know if Derek's going to pass this test, though.
Trail villain test?
Even though half the test you made. You might even fail your own questions.
You had the other half of the test.
We'll find out.
What are you talking about?
All right. This trail villain test is brought to you by Enlighten Equipment, the good guys in backpacking. Lighten your load with the world's best ultralight quilts at enlightenequipment.com. All right. So let's go back and forth. All right. So the way that I structured mine is my test is like a question. And then I'm just going to pose the question to you and allow you to answer like how you think it should be handled. And then I can grade you since you like that.
I don't like that.
And then vice versa, right?
No, I don't like that. Okay, you start us off. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well, since I already talked about mountain bikers, I'm just going to start with kind of a softball one, easy one. All right. I know that you're not a mountain biker, but just pretend that you are.
Ooh.
You're a mountain biker on a shared use trail. So you have hikers, you got some runners. How should you handle people on foot?
How should I handle people
How should you do that? You're on a shared use trail, so you're going opposite direction. What should you do?
I'm going to put a horn on my bike and go beep, beep every time. Give them now,
get out of the way.
Now, I know what you're going to say. Well, what if they have their AirPods in, Derek? Like, then what are you going to do?
Right.
I think what you do, it's really an easy fix, really. You have the horn for people without the AirPods. Beep, beep. Hey, I'm coming. Nice. If they have the AirPods in and the horn's not going to work, you have also like a little water gun attached to the bike, and you spray them with a water gun. And then they're going to turn around. You'll be like, hey, honk, honk, and then drive by.
Okay. Wow. That's not what I thought you'd say.
When you have a shared trail, what do you do with the pedestrians? I feel like
pedestrians, they're just crossing the trail.
The foot traffic. Are they coming at you? Or are they coming? Are you coming behind them?
They're coming at you.
At me.
Yeah. Maybe they're even going uphill. You're going downhill.
I feel like I don't want to stop my bike. If they're coming uphill and I'm going downhill on a bike, I feel like they should get out of the way because I have all this momentum and it's more dangerous. I feel like
somebody's grinding up the trail. They're running. They're trying their hardest. They're out of breath, but they're pushing it. You make them stop, you're saying.
Correct. Yeah. Okay. What am I going to do? I don't know. It's so, because it's like, what am I going to do? It's just tricky because like you have a bike, you're downhill. I don't know what the grade is. Am I going to fall over my handlebars like all the other bikers, or am I going to like
all of them?
You know what I mean? Okay. Or if it's uphill, it's just tough uphill on a bike because now you have to stop.
I know.
Like once you start pedaling up, you want to try to just push it and keep going. You don't want to like stop and then like have to start all over. That's a lot of energy. So
you're really analyzing this. I'm
really analyzing. I feel like you need to lobby to the county to get wider trails, maybe.
People hate that because then they feel like you're tearing up the natural beauty of the landscape.
So it's lose-lose. It's just lose-lose.
It's not. So 70% of mountain bikers are very courteous and they're awesome folks. Then you've got the other 30%, which I would definitely put Derek in if he was a mountain biker because
I'm such a villain.
Non-yielding mountain bikers. So a lot of trails have the yield signs, and the mountain bikers have to simply yield to everybody is how it works. The real trail villains are mountain bikers that not only don't yield, but they then get mad at you if you don't yield. So if you just kind of scooch over a little bit, then they get mad at you for taking up too much of the trail, and they expect you to yield even though the rules are marked and posted. And so then I've had mountain bikers yell at me. I've had them just get anger rage, and it's just they're just Not very. I've had bikers who are like, I don't care if you're not going to yield. I'm just going to like ride you off the trail where I had to like dive off the trail. So that's why I thought mountain bikers were the worst. So when I'm out mountain biking, I always yield to people. Sometimes they'll wave me through, which is nice of them, but they don't have to. Like they're right away.
Has this been tested throughout the country? Like, is this just Colorado? Have you got any feedback about California mountain bikers?
I will say that surprisingly, the California trail users are friendlier than the Colorado trail users.
Really?
Yeah, I wouldn't think that would be true, but it is true.
Well, there's more sunshine here, so that's maybe why.
There's not, actually. We have more days of sunshine than California does.
Well, all right. Well, it's debatable. We'll have to look that up.
It's not. It's actually it's a fact.
Well, when you're checking Apple weather app, it's not always accurate. Okay. Next one here. Oh, mine.
Yeah.
Okay. This is something that I experienced.
Okay.
Am I a trail villain? Okay, in my trail villain, we've talked about when you're on the trail, sometimes you're on parts of the trail and you have to like make sure that you're mindful of where you're walking, right?
Right.
So let's say you're on the trail and we use the term breaking the crust of the trail, right?
You're talking about in Utah specifically.
In Utah specifically, yeah. Was it canyonless?
Right.
So I guess I'm saying, if you are you considered a trail villain even if you have nowhere else to go? If the trail, guys, is maybe what, like 10 inches wide, 12, maybe 12. I don't know. It's very narrow.
Yeah, it's a
and then
single
you
track.
have multiple groups of people walking by each other.
Yeah.
And there's nowhere to step. Do you become a trail villain because you're breaking the crust all over the place and you're ruining nature?
All over the place. You're just
mashing
trampling it.
Just trampling.
Without a care in the world.
What do you do in this situation, Carl? Where do you step? Where do you go?
So this is a test. So the test question is, what do you do when somebody's kind of walking your way, right?
Just walking my way.
Yeah. So Derek, I'm gonna hold that thought on the answer to this question because we are being infiltrated on our podcast by an actual villain
What?
Jesse. What's going on, man?
I'm here.
What?
I heard you guys talking about villains. My ears were itching. I had to come.
Wow. It sounds kind of like Voldemort without the makeup.
He might have makeup on.
He might. Do you have makeup on?
No.
A little rough? No? Okay.
Only when I'm backpacking.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I think we should. So Derek was just like giving me a test question about busting the crust. I'm going to answer that one, and then I think I'm going to have Jesse answer. Let's just have Jesse chime in with the answers here. See if he answers better than you, Derek. And
I'm
vice
going to give you
versa.
guys the best answers a villain can give.
Wow.
That's my
Okay.
vow to you.
Your answer is
I'm
going to be like
excited.
how a villain actually acts. All right. So,
Let's go.
so to your point, Derek, I think that if you get out of somebody's way who's hiking through and there's no option except to bust the crust in Canyonlands, I'm not saying go trample it. Just like if you're on the edge, I think it's okay to bust the crust.
Is
I don't think
it?
you're a trail villain.
Is it? You shouldn't, like, I shouldn't just like jump on you, bear hug, and then we spin around and then we drop each other, right? And then you go your separate ways?
Easier solution. Push
Right.
them out of the way. Make
There's
them
that.
bust the crust.
Oh.
I
And
think
it's not
the
you.
real trail villain is the person who will scold me for trying to get out of their way and slightly bust a half-inch worth of crust.
That sounds personal. That
The
sounds personal.
holier than thou trail villain.
The self-righteous trail
Derek, this
villain.
happened to you. People scolded you literally the last time
I
you were
know.
in Canyons.
I know. I got yelled at twice.
Yes.
I think it was twice.
Yeah, I got your back, and you're like, this sounds personal, Carl.
I know. You know, it was personal. And you know what? I didn't feel bad. I broke that crust.
All right.
I wonder. Well, it was going to break.
Derek, you should have just pushed them. Push
I
them,
should've.
make them bust the crust. Then you could
Where
scold
were
them.
you? Where were you? I needed that. You know, I should have just. You know,
All right.
The villain on the shoulder.
I need to keep a water gun in my bag. Then what are they going to do?
Next one. This is, I'm going to go Jesse first on this one.
Okay.
You are super fit this year and want to prove it on the trail. Your other friends can't keep up with you. How should you handle this, Jesse?
Keep going. They got to keep up. Turn back. It's the only option.
Suck it up.
Yeah.
Suck
That's
it
what I do.
up.
All right, Derek, what do you say?
Oh man, I'm just gonna slow my pace down and walk with them the whole way. No, I'm gonna. No, we're going. I mean, I'll be encouraging, but like it's. We'll be waiting for him at the junctions or camp or something. I'm not gonna wait around. I'll get a longer break at the junction. That's all it is.
right. So then you're waiting at the junction for them, which is very nice of you. They show up at the junction. Are you splitting right away, or what are you doing?
Well, I'll take a page out of your book. This is what you did to me back on Red Peak Pass when I was like hoofing it up 4K of elevation, and I get to this beautiful Lord of the Rings scenery, and I'm like, oh, this is amazing. Oh, and Carl's up there breaking. This will be perfect. I'm so tired. And I sit down, and like maybe 30 seconds, you're like, all right, man, you ready to go? Let's go. And then you just take off. So, you know what?
The real trail villain is actually to be the person who's waiting on the pass and complaining that everyone else chose to go climb a mountain and see an amazing view while the people who are lagging behind in the middle of Banff, exhausted, are complaining that they didn't get to camp on time. That's the real villain move. Okay, you guys? I'm pointing at you.
I don't think I was complaining.
Write that down.
I think I was impressed, you guys. He's referring to a Banff trip where people just decided to go to the top of a peak rather than to crest the pass and go down to camp and eat a lovely dinner. And I was impressed.
Lovely.
You guys made it.
Okay.
So, all right.
That's not
We're
how
getting
I-
off topic. I'm going to say
Wow.
pass to Derek, fail to
man.
Jesse. I think anything where you're pushing the pace and there's people that are tired and they're struggling and you're not mindful of them, no matter how stinking fit you are, you've become a trail villain.
That is.
You know what's hilarious is that I have actually literally done what I said. I have told people that I've hiked with before, listen, I'm going, I've been training. You're either keeping up with me or like I'm getting to camp before you and you can catch up.
Yeah.
But these were
That's fun to go
experienced
through that.
backpackers. Yeah, I'm a real villain.
That's true. I've seen it firsthand. It's fabulous. All
right.
All right.
Next one.
I got one. Okay, so let's say you're on you with guys and girls on a trip. It's a big group trip. Maybe it's a Patreon trip. I don't know. You're out there. You're out in the middle of wherever you are. It doesn't matter where you are. And all of a sudden, you have somebody who's like, I'm going to announce to everybody every time I need to poop. You know anybody like that? Is that over the line? Is that TMI? Are you becoming a villain of like just inappropriateness? Where's the line drawn? That's what I want to know.
Is your question is that appropriate? All right. Jesse, I don't know what kind of person would do that, but go ahead, Jesse. What you
I have
got?
a solution.
Wait, you're asking the question. Don't answer your own
I
question.
know, but I'll wait. I want to see. I have a solution since you're going to fail this. We got.
You just don't tell anyone. Just go off and drop everything and do what you need to do. And if somebody walks off a cliff or walks over to a cliff and looks directly at you, you just look them right in the eyes. Right in the eyes while you're doing your business.
Yes. Eye contact. If that doesn't scare him, nothing
you got
will.
way more self-confidence than I do, Jesse.
Continue.
Yeah, I think that anybody who does that is definitely a villain.
Ooh.
Unless
Oh, here we go.
unless somebody else in the group frequently chases people down to watch them go to the bathroom.
Chases?
Which the reference you're making is that's kind of how it went down.
Yeah, I know. And you didn't look him straight in the eyes. And if you would have, problem
That's a
solved.
gross exaggeration. You're a villain, is what you're saying. So Jesse pass and you fail again. I think the solution for you though is to like bring some type of notification. Like maybe we put like a flag, like a pennant on the back of your backpack, and then you go take it. That's your poop pennant.
Yep.
And then you take it and you plant it in the ground, and we'll see a giant red flag on there, like,
And know not
don't
to go
over
that
there.
way. That
and
is
you don't have to say
brilliant.
anything.
Brilliant. Yep.
And it's lightweight. You're welcome.
Yep. Next level.
Next one. You're unusually fatigued. It's extra hot or extra cold or extra wet outside. Your pack is heavier than you thought it should be. You're feeling it. In addition to all those things, you need to vent about a lot of things in your personal life. What should you do?
What? I'll let Jesse go on this one. You have to vent your personal life?
Vent about things in your personal life. It's like time of reflection. You're out in nature. You just like got a lot on your mind, but you're also getting crushed by the backpacking trip.
I know what I do. I pull out a iPhone. I film the entire thing. I cry, and then I make a YouTube video about it.
Wow.
And I make AdSense off of it, you guys. I make money.
Are you referencing some of your YouTube videos?
When in doubt, document it out. I like it.
Oh my god!
I like that. That's huge.
So good. That was such a good answer.
Gosh. I don't know
Does
if
that
I
make
can
me a
top that
villain
answer.
or just a YouTuber? I don't know.
I think that makes you a legend right there, actually.
Yeah, it does.
I feel like I'd just go find like a river and stick my face in it and scream. I don't know. I don't really know. You know? Like just get it out.
Okay, I think that if your solution is to vent it out, to let everybody know how you're feeling all the time, and then on top of that, continue to vent about personal life stuff, I think you're a trail villain. People don't want you in your group. Even if you're going solo, they don't even want a backpack near you. So that's a trail.
Aren't you all about like deepening relationships though, connecting with people? Isn't that kind of anti
connecting and venting, two different things?
Ooh, okay,
That's
okay.
true.
So yes, you're correct.
That's a fine line then.
See, I would, if I was hiking with Carl and I had to vent, and I knew he didn't want to hear me vent, I would just pull out my iPhone, vent to my iPhone standing right beside Carl, so he had to hear.
That's a good idea.
And then I'd still make a YouTube video about it.
It's not a bad idea. Right.
Make a YouTube video about the person's reaction.
I would just have my water bottle spray it on my face and scream, and then
that was. I'm not gonna lie. The first thing that came to my head was like go to the nearest pass and just yell as loud as you can.
It's relaxing, isn't it?
So it's a good. I think that's a good solution.
We haven't had a lot of complainers in our group, so we've been actually blessed that way. But I know that they're out there, and like not even like Patreon trips. Everybody's like always, even when they're struggling, everybody has a great attitude. So we've been blessed in that way.
I think the takeaway from that though was that Jesse and I can't talk to you about our personal life. Okay. Next one.
We got each other, Derek. We got each other.
It's right, dude. Me and Voldemort are gonna kick it. All right. Now, what if we're on the trip and you have somebody who just packed the wrong type of food? How does that impact the trip? Does this create a villainous effect in the sense of like we've had people come on our trips and only bring one type of food maybe, or maybe they're just not prepared. Maybe they just didn't have enough. What are you talking about? What am I talking about?
What is it? Give us an example. Like they only brought peanuts.
They only brought
an entire cake.
They only brought
deep dish
well,
cake.
yes.
We've
What are
had
you guys
that before.
talking about? What are you talking about?
Actually, that happened.
That is literally. I know you guys have had that before. How are you like not cluing in, Carl?
How does Jesse remember better than you? And you were there.
He's younger than me.
Oh my, unbelievable.
Wait, are you talking about the all desserts thing?
I'm saying you have all desserts. You have. We had a trip where people they didn't bring any food at all, and then. Yeah, well, or fasting, whatever. So I don't know. Does this create a villainous effect throughout the group? How does this affect the trip? Is this a villainous thing to do, or not? Maybe they want to try. It's your trip, your food. I don't know.
Definitely villainous. I think I would give them the cheesiest Canadian cheesies that we have up here in Canada, so that when they finally do get to eat normal food, they just remember how good the Canadian cheesies were that I gave them, and they can never have them again.
Wow, wow. Those cheesies were pretty good, actually. Yeah. Those were pretty good.
There we go.
I'm gonna say not a villain. I'm gonna say trip saboteur, which is a different episode. And they're not trying to be a villain. They're not. I guess that could be true for some of these other trail villains as well.
Can it be like a combo?
You think they're trying to be a villain by bringing cakes?
I think that if you are like, hey, I'm not going to bring any food. I'm going to rough this out. You know it's going to affect the trip. You have to know that on some degree. Because
I agree. I think bringing the wrong type of food and not bringing any food is a villainous move. That is cruel to yourself and everyone involved.
Yeah. Because on a base level, you know that you're burning like thousands of calories over this trip. I mean, that's ridiculous.
You're trying to make us call one of our friends who's not here a villain, and I'm not willing to do it.
I mean, he make a fair point. Like, he's got to get props with the Lord, but doesn't necessarily need to have props with the rest of the team. That's all I'm saying. Right.
It was a crazy story. We got to tell it.
Anytime I poke fun of our friends or members from like a Patreon trip, I always ask permission, and so I'm just gonna zip my lip on this one, and
it's a wild story
here. Though. So we got two left. All right, the one that you came up with on the Utah one is actually one of the ones I had. So here's my backup one. You're bushwhacking and pushing branches out of the way. Somebody, one of your buddies, is hiking right behind you. What should you do?
Just let it hit him. Let it hit him.
Okay.
There should be a space rule. We are not a couple. Mm-hmm. I think that I need at least like a 5-foot rule. Okay. And especially if you're a seasoned backpacker and you're going through heavy brush, you should know that's going to happen. You should give yourself a little...
Not everybody's a seasoned backpacker.
The trail villain here is not the person walking first in front of a bunch of bush. It's the person walking directly behind them.
And then complaining.
They are the trail villain.
Then they complain when they get hit. Oh, I got hit. Well, step back. It's like driving a car in traffic. That's what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
So would you be willing to grab a bunch of those like branches and bushes and gather them up for one massive whack behind you to teach them a lesson?
I think at the end, yes, that's appropriate. But in general, you're just going through it. It's not like you're trying to whack them. Mm-hmm, and I think they know that. I think them complaining about it is a little villainous. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. You got one more, Derek?
I got one more. And this is gonna be interesting. I think Jesse's gonna nail this one. All right, let's say you're on the trail And you come to a river crossing, right? Maybe it's a tough river. It's flowing. You're like, I'm not going to make this with just my feet. I need some help. So are you a villain if hear me out on this one. If you're mooching a trekking pole off your friend to cross a river after giving him years of grief about trekking poles, then you yourself have tons of injuries as he has none. Are you a villain for borrowing his trekking pole? I don't want to name any names, Carl, but I am curious. Thoughts on that?
Say no and just walk across with your amazing trekking poles and then film the entire preceding episode of them walking across and post it to YouTube and make money. That's always going to be my answer, you guys.
So good. So good. Posting that would be pretty epic.
Yeah, your narrative of like, I don't use trekking poles is amazing because I put hundreds of miles of trail under my feet with trekking poles every single year. So I don't know what story you're listening to.
Jesse's answers are 99% more like, why have just one or two people witness the folly? Let's have thousands of people witness the folly.
Correct. That's a true
money.
YouTuber.
You know? Like, why not?
Backcountry Forward, folks. Check it out. He's got some good stuff on there.
The most ironic thing in all of this is that I haven't released any videos recently.
It doesn't mean you're not good.
Wow, Jesse. Wow.
I think it's okay to borrow gear. I think that if you want to bring a piece of gear for river crossings when there's only one or two in a trip, I think that's a waste of weight for that. So much so that I actually shared flip-flops with Christine from Arizona, and I carried one of her flip-flops. She carried the other one. We split weight because I only wanted to use them for the river crossings.
Do you want to take this one? Please.
Well, I was going to ask, that's interesting. First of all, sharing flip-flops, that's got to be something.
A little weird.
Weird, kind of weird. But
yeah.
Why can't you find a branch then? Like, I mean, if you're so committed to not bringing trekking poles, then like the villainous thing would be like, no, dude, go get a branch. You planned for this. I mean,
right.
I can find a branch. If you guys are like really bothered by me asking you to use a trekking pole for 10 seconds for crossing a river and it's just slowing you down too much, I'll find a branch, folks.
But it's not about just asking to use a trekking pole. It's accompanied
principle.
It's accompanied with the mockery over the years, you know, like, oh, these are stupid. Why would you bring them?
I use them. I don't think they're
These are
dumb. I
ridiculous.
use trekking poles. What are you talking about?
I hate trekking pole. When have I seen you use a trekking pole? When's the last time? Other than mine.
So you feel like the only time I'm ever on the trail is when you're on the trail, you're saying?
I'm just saying it's few and far between. I think maybe you villainously choose to not bring your trekking poles when you're on a trail with me.
Okay, probably. Just so I can borrow from you.
It's mooching level trekking poles.
Yeah, he's mooching level 10,000 right there. Yeah.
All right. Well, Derek devolved this villain test into his own personal issues that he's trying to work out with me, and he's using Jesse as a referee. But if you somehow were able to sift through all that nonsense and determine that you were 10 for 10 on this test, then folks, you're not a trail villain. If you agree with Derek at any point, then sorry, you failed the test.
That is not accurate.
That's how you become a podcast villain.
Well, that's a different episode, so we'll get to that later. But
that sounds like something between you guys. Okay.
All right, well, that's the test, and okay, we got a couple things coming up. So I'm still putting Derek through the lightning round, and then I've got villain trivia coming up right after this.
All right, everyone, let's talk about drinking and driving, a decision that will change your whole world. Things will never be the same once you get a DUI because legal fees, time in court are just the beginning. Getting into a crash is another way your world could be irreversibly changed after drinking and driving. Your vehicle may not be the only thing that gets damaged in that crash. You could face a life-altering injury or even death. But you're not the only one who could face those consequences. Your decision to drink and drive could permanently change someone else's world, whether you injure them or leave their loved ones grieving. The next time you're out drinking, call a rideshare, a taxi, a sober friend, or a designated sober driver. Always plan for a safe ride home. The only decision that will change your world for the better is the decision to call for a sober ride. It's never worth it to drive drunk. Don't risk it. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Hi, I'm Andy Staples from Andy and Ari on 3, and another 5-star quarterback just entered the transfer portal. That's what college football is now, a nonstop adventure, and we cover it every day at Andy and Ari on 3, whether it's the transfer portal, the college football playoff, the coaching carousel, you name it, and guess what? It doesn't stop even when the season ends. So join us every day, Monday through Friday. New episodes drop at 3 p.m., wherever you get your podcasts.
All right. We got villain trivia.
Whoo!
Yeah, this is brought to you by Magnet Designs, home of the awesome Bend Alpha 90 hoodie, an ultralight mid-layer that's breathable, hydrophobic, and dang comfortable. It will be in my pack moving forward and actually on our upcoming July trip for sure. Ooh. So lighten your load with American-made products by Googling magnetdesigns.com. Okay, before I jump into trivia, because it's our end of the season episode, I got to tell you kind of where we're at with trivia here.
Oh, jeez. Don't tell me I'm down by one. That's not what's happening.
I kept track. I got a little spreadsheet going. I'm not really a spreadsheet guy, so it was a little effort on my part. But
okay.
The trivias that I lost are the single toughest day trivia, which I think is probably random trivia. This is early in the season. Okay. I lost generations trivia. Okay. I lost death trivia.
Yeah, you
bug
did.
Trivia and troll trivia.
5 trivias?
That's 5.
Wow.
Derek, you lost campsite trivia, bizarre stories trivia, and Area 51 trivia.
So I win no matter what.
Only 3, so yeah, I think you got it in the bag here. So afterwards, you got to tell me what you're going to do to,
Maybe I'll just bomb this for fun then. Okay.
Yeah, this is why I thought it would be more fun to have, if you went over 3, be count as a double loss, because that's one line.
Let's have you do the punishment this week.
You can be a fun hater, it's fine. All right. So I'm gonna name a villain, like a movie villain. Okay. And you got to name the movie that this villain was from, basically.
Oh, boy.
Okay. All right. Number 1, El Guapo.
El Guapo. Wasn't that Nacho Libre?
No. Wow. Really? I
Guapo?
thought this was the easy one.
Who's El Guapo?
3 Amigos.
El
Guapo.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was in the same ballpark. All right.
Not even close.
I haven't seen that forever. Yeah.
Number 2, Byron Hadley, sometimes referred to as Hadley or Boss, in this movie that people have watched a million times.
I don't know about this. Boss. Hadley.
Yeah.
Oh.
I bet you've seen this movie at least 3 times, is my prediction.
Probably. I don't even remember who this is.
Okay.
I don't even know. No, that's Hannibal. I'm thinking of somebody else. I don't know. I give up. I pass.
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, Shawshank. I love that movie.
That was the hardest one. All right, number 3. Here's a gimme. Cobra Commander.
Cobra. G.I. Joe.
Yes!
G.I. Joe.
See, had we done the 0 for 3, that would have put more drama on the third one, and you would have passed anyway.
I guess. That's true.
What's my trivia punishment, Derek? What do I got to do?
Trivia punishment. Well, guys, we've all been hearing about Carl mocking my chocolate cake addiction that is no more as of years ago now, and he calls it the Mega Muffin. So we're gonna have you go through Carl's Jr. And order a Mega Muffin.
Okay.
And you can't say chocolate cake; it's got to be Mega Muffin, and you got to convince them that you want the Mega Muffin.
Okay.
And hopefully we can film this. That'd be great.
I'll film it. I'll have it out this week, actually. So
that'd be great.
I'll have it done in a couple of days. I'll put it on the YouTubes and Instagram. So unlike you, I'm willing to follow through with my commitments of being a good loser and paying my debts of the trivia loss.
Well, I don't have to worry about it when I win trivia.
That's
over
true.
The year.
But in the years where you lost, it was always pulling teeth to get you to follow through. So
I was bitter. Well, you're just a better person than me. Is that what you want to hear?
Yeah.
A shining star of a man.
Can you say that again, actually?
Audio troubles. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Lightning round.
So as promised, Derek, it's time for you to do the lightning round.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that... Well, hopefully you'll understand what it is, but it's just meant to get to know people, ask them some... the thought is to start off a little soft and get a little bit more challenging and just kind of see what comes to mind. And I think the most we had this year was actually Villain Jesse from a couple episodes ago. I think he got 12, maybe 13. I'll have to double check that, but
okay.
We'll see how you do.
I know these are going to be random questions, so.
They're random. But so my longest question is the first one, so the timer doesn't start until after I'm done asking the first question.
Got it.
All right?
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. What brand of pretzels did you put in your pocket causing crumbs and gunk?
Costco pretzels.
What is your favorite conspiracy theory?
Aliens. We can travel to Mars.
Best thing Costco sells?
Protein powder.
Biggest fear about Patreon trips?
Will we like everybody on the trip?
What is your email password?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
How much can you curl?
$45.
How much do Mega Muffins cost?
$2.99.
What year did you stop using deodorant?
Last week.
Favorite kitchen appliance?
Spatula.
What is the Bermuda Triangle?
A mystery of the aquatic kind.
What is your favorite trail snack?
Not trail mix. Peanuts. Peanut butter. Pretzels.
Worst freeze-dried food?
Cranberries.
And time.
What was that? 10?
Freeze-dried cranberries? Where are you getting freeze-dried cranberries?
That's what came to mind. I just had this picture in my head. Oh,
Okay,
what did
okay.
I get? 10?
You had some pretty rough answers here, I'll be honest.
I did.
Okay, so we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You got 12. So I'm going to count you as tying. But I don't know, because some of you, okay, I had a bad question with the password. I was testing you, so I would have taken any answer. What year did you stop using deodorant? You said last week, not a year.
That's this year.
Okay. Favorite kitchen
I'll take 12.
appliance? Appliance. Was it spatula? Appliance?
No. It's blender, a spatula, whatever.
Okay. I want to know, wait, so you think we've already been to Mars? Or that's a conspiracy theory?
There's a conspiracy theory where this guy was like, they were interviewing him and he's like, no, I know the secret. There's like a porthole that goes to Mars. I lived inside the planet with insectoids, and time didn't, I'm still this young because time doesn't pass when you're over there, and I came back and here I am today. Like he had this whole story about it. It was phenomenal.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff Derek listens to on podcasts, by the way, folks.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
No.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I listen to Backpacking Blisters.
No, you don't.
I do actually sometimes.
Do you? Okay.
Occasionally.
Biggest fear about Patreon trips was, will everybody be nice? Is that what you said?
No. Well, we like everybody. Or I
like
meant to
everybody,
say.
okay.
Well, I guess that's true. But will they like us? I guess I don't care if
Yeah.
they like me. But
The first trip, I was a little nervous because I was like, I don't know who's going to show up. I haven't met any of these folks.
Yeah.
I brought some buddies along, and one of them was like pretty skeptical about how this was going to go. He's like, this might not go very well. And then by the end of the trip, he's like, you got so fortunate because all of these people are awesome.
yeah.
He's like, I don't think,
Yeah.
he's like, you're rolling the dice, man. I don't
Yeah.
think this can happen again. And it's pretty much happened every single time. So we just have a really awesome B&B family.
we do.
been
I mean, we're very
blessing.
fortunate. Everybody's really cool.
100%.
Really cool.
Yeah.
So
it's a blessing. And by the end of every Patreon trip, I'm like, man, again, it was so good. And I just loved hanging out with people.
just
So
a lot of team players, a lot of good people.
yeah.
So,
Yeah. Okay.
that's it.
What kind of protein powder do you get at Costco?
Well, I had IsoPure. I just recently stopped using it. I now use a single ingredient protein. So
Okay. Chicken?
no protein powder, single one ingredient, just one.
Could be ground down. I don't know.
That's terrible.
All right.
I cold.
You're really interesting there. That's a really interesting
You like
answer.
that?
Thanks.
Yeah.
So-
What do you want me to say? I cold soak chicken every morning. That what you want me to say?
that'd be great,
That'd
actually.
be horrible.
I eat raw chicken.
Wow.
Something like that. Okay. The only tidbit I've got is from Matt K from California. He forwarded me a story. I think it was on Facebook or Instagram
Okay.
where somebody was skydiving.
Ooh.
And while they were in the air skydiving, I don't know at what point, I don't know if it was like parachute time or pre-parachute,
Okay.
they were wearing a buff around their neck and it slipped and went over a girl's face. And so she landed rough. She had like a rough landing and she broke her hip and femur in the process because of the buff.
How did the buff slip over onto her? It slipped onto another person? What did I hear? It slipped on, or she was wearing it?
Your interpretation of that story is amazing.
Wait, I didn't hear you.
That's way better than the original story.
Hold on. Wait, did you say she was wearing it? She was wearing it and it slipped over her face?
Like around her neck and it went up over her face or something like that.
I thought you said somebody else was wearing. Okay. I still don't know.
I don't think it goes down over your face because the wind's shooting up at you.
Why didn't she just grab it and pull it off? What are we talking about?
When you're skydiving, people panic in the air.
No, I mean, okay, yeah,
I
they
don't
do, but like, just grab. It's not just grab it. I don't understand.
She survived, so I don't want to make fun of her, but I'm more making fun of the buff, I guess.
The buff. Maybe it was just a bulky buff. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think she's buying another one. I think she's done with those.
Oh, that's terrible. I'm sorry she got hurt.
Well, my friend, this has been a good run, season 8. I'm so glad you came back for this season. The season was better because you were here. I love the episodes we do. This has been amazing. So thank you for coming back. And yeah, that's a wrap on the season, my friend. That's all I got.
Is that season 8?
Season 8.
9? No, season 8.
8 years. 8 years. We've been doing this.
Wow. 8 years of being your friend. That's great. Oh, well, I guess longer. Season 9 coming up next year, right?
Correct.
Are you gonna be there?
I'll be there.
You gonna be a part?
I'll be there.
All right, sounds good. I will be there as well. We will see you next time, guys. If you need somebody to slap you in the face with a branch and then have them complain about it, Carl's your guy. We'll see you next time. Next season, we will see you for season 9. There's a villainous thing. I mean, the whole Mega Muffin thing really is just. I think what I might do is I might just get like 4 or 5 of these chocolate cakes one day, bring them on the trip, smash them in his backpack. Then it's not salmon. He got said about the salmon. I'm going to smash them in there. And then how do you get mad when somebody gives you a bunch of chocolate? Like, how do you get mad at that?
Hi, I'm Andy Staples from Andy and Ari on 3, and another 5-star quarterback just entered the transfer portal. That's what college football is now, a nonstop adventure. And we cover it every day at Andy and Ari on 3, whether it's the transfer portal, the college football playoff, the coaching carousel, you name it. And guess what? It doesn't stop even when the season ends. So join us every day, Monday through Friday. New episodes drop at 3 p.m. wherever you get your podcasts.
Happy holidays. Want to give your host a gift? Consider subscribing, rating, and reviewing the show this holiday season. It really helps the show grow. From all of us at Believe, have a Merry Christmas, everyone, and a happy holiday.